Okay, so to went over the high time frames, we are very overbought here. Now, when we are overbought, I would like to see a rebalance into some sort of PDA rate after we manipulate. We've manipulated this high here, as you can see. We had the strong wick rejection here on the 4 hour candle. Now, does that mean I'm just going to instantly short as soon as market opens? No. My plans are, because I'm anticipating for us to come lower, although we are clearly bullish, I don't see price this 4 hour gap coming higher without again any form of rebalance, right? Yes, we are bullish, but I could still catch a short in anticipation that we're rebalancing. Why? Also because we are I don't see prices coming higher without getting any form of manipulation or rebalance here. So I'm anticipating for us to manipulate at least down to here, or even the first low, and then before coming higher. And another reason why I wouldn't want to just instantly long, even though we are super bullish, is because the next clear draw on liquidity are these highs up here, which are still pretty far. How many points is that? 300 points away. So there's really no need for me to rush into any sort of entries. Now, took this high on ES also that I've marked. We're holding this bearish manipulation here. So we have Asia lows here, London lows, and then this unfilled 4 hour gap down here we could anticipate being met. We're currently inside this 15-minute gap. Market is about to open in 15 seconds, I believe. So let's see how we react off of this PDO right here. And then, yeah. But we do have 9:45 yellow folder PMI and 10 a.m. news. So I'm more than likely going to be off the charts by 9:45. So if I don't see any entries by then I'll probably just get off the charts, to be honest, and wait for tomorrow. But market has just opened, so let's see what price action is saying. Let me just see how much we've moved since midnight. We moved 250 points overnight. We were very volatile. That could mean we just continue to consolidate for a little bit and then we manipulate eventually. But yeah, we have had pretty strong volatility recently, so yeah. But because we've already moved 260 points overnight, we could just very well manipulate this today. But again, we'll see. And if market opens up and we're just accumulating, that's already a bad sign, then I'll more than likely just hop off. These are the news drivers. Trump speaking in the PM, but that doesn't really matter. Tomorrow will probably be a low probable day again because we do have NFP the day after. So, but to be honest, if price action this whole week is not the greatest, I won't be surprised. Generally, just because the first week of each month is usually pretty bad. But from this, it does look like if we get a nice close here, we're probably just going to continue lower, take out this first draw on liquidity. But I don't really want to take any scalpy shorts to these lows here. But we do also have an SMT. Now this would also just be entering off displacement in the 5-minute rebalancing, 15-minute rebalance, and anticipation that we are coming lower. Not really the most PDO raise, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, like I said, we have this SMT. We've inversed, strong 15-minute inverse on all of these bullish gaps here. This could be a tell that we're coming lower as well, and we are respecting this manipulation as of right now. But as you can see, that candle closed as a strong wick here, respecting the SMT that I will mark out here. But yeah, and I don't really want to target this high because we have used this high to manipulate, so this high is protected. And I'm also not a fan of these wicks. Yeah, I'm not sure if kind of wary of that big wick there. Honestly, I don't think this will be a trading day for me, to be honest. And my true draw is all the way up here, and because we have news, I doubt that we're just gonna pump higher so quickly before like 9:40, 9:45, all the way up to these draws, especially because they are pretty far away. So yeah, that's just my thought process as of right now. I'm gonna start recording videos again. I stopped because don't know. Honestly, I don't know why I stopped recording, but I'm gonna get right back to it. Win and loss, I'm gonna just start posting videos for myself. Keep myself accountable. Also need to get back into journaling. I've not journaled in a long time, which is not good. I've been slacking. Have you had any manipulation at these lows? Any significant form of manipulation? No, we have not. Nope, no SMTs, no manipulations. So this entire bullish move we're having now is pretty much unsponsored. I still would like to see us manipulate these lows here. Now, if we just continue higher, I probably won't take any longs. Why? Because we are overbought. I'm not a fan of this high. I'd rather target external draws and liquidity, such as these pretty prominent highs up here, with relatively equal highs up here as well, which I do like. So yeah, I'm not going to FOMO into anything either, which is very important. Okay, this gap clearly doesn't want to hold, so I'm just going to remove that. No 5-minute gaps to refer to either. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, nice. What is that? Oh. And also on the daily time frame, we accumulated for basically, which been in this massive range since like October. Damn, since October. Bro, that's crazy. From here all the way to like, damn, we're in a range for ages, bro. What's that? October, end of October, December, January. 5 months. This is the clean price action you want to be seeing here. Clear expansion. Probably could have banked. Boom. 2025. Boom. 2025 was a pretty good month. Yeah. But yeah, this you gotta be very conservative here with your setups. In my opinion. But I guess you could say it's because of the news. Even if, for example, you get a nice little 5-minute creation, rebalance into it, displacement higher, I'm still not going to take anything. Just because, like I said, I'm not confident in this strong liquidity. Like, it's just a random internal high that we've swept liquidity with as well. Well, actually, we do have this high up here I could potentially target. But I know for sure I will not be targeting this first internal high that we've made. So yeah, and already this looks kind of buns. Yeah, like it's just looks kind of mid, honestly. I'm probably gonna get off at like 9:45. No, I will get off at 9:45. That's when we have news as well. But honestly, I could just get off now because, like I said, these draws aren't too great in my opinion. I'm not liking how the high time frame structure is looking. We haven't really manipulated anywhere. I'm pretty confident that we'll at least come down to take these lows eventually, probably this week, but I just don't see prices pumping to the upside. Now we do have PMI, not PMI, Trump speaking in the PM, so maybe that does happen actually, and he's prices rallies, but who knows, man. We shall see. Yeah, this does not look great. 5-minute open soon though. See how we react to this larger wicks here. Let's see if we react. It's gonna be a quick recording. Yeah, it'll be less than that 20 minutes. That's good, that's good, that's good. It's good. Like I said, I don't like how we've not manipulated anything. We just had this completely unsponsored move. We disrespected this gap, and we're still coming higher off of that. But we have been doing that a lot actually here, if we're referring to this high time frame trend. But again, I'd prefer to see us manipulate and then go higher, or just take shorts in anticipation that we will manipulate. Which even then, I'm not really a fan of doing that because I'd much rather trade with the trend. And right now the trend is bullish. But if I was to wait for that manipulation, then what draws higher would I target? The draws are still pretty far. So it's just a thing where to be patient. Just be fine with not taking anything, honestly. Because this just doesn't really appeal to me. Yeah. See how we react if we come down into this 5-minute. Yeah, I'm not going to be taking anything today actually, but I just want to see anyway. Brev. What is this, mate? La, 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 la. Wow, we're getting pretty strong displacement lower. See if I would take a mock of anything. Looks like we're probably going to inverse this gap. By the looks of it. Which is a shame because I would be very happy if we get like a rebalance here into this thing. We'll create a gap, get displacement, I'll literally just take something like this, boom, stops up here. Then I'll just target these lows down here. But what's the phrase? Beggars can't be choosers. We have 10 a.m. PMI, and yeah, and news in 2 minutes also. So I'm not gonna like take anything honestly. I'm not about to get caught up in chop. So yup. Clear my trader rate as well. You know what? I'm gonna take a paper. I trade actually. That's what I'll do. We now have an SMT with this low here. We're getting very strong displacement here. See if we can get a rebalance off of that SMT. If I take a paper and it banks, I don't really care to be honest, because my data shows me that trading past 9:45 when we have 10 AM news is ludicrous. So we made its manipulation here, internal manipulation came higher, it's respected this these wicks here. Strong displacement lower. Let's see in 5 minutes in. Close in 20 seconds. Let's see if we get that inverse. Probably will. Actually, I think we'll come higher into this gap. You know what I don't want to see? I don't want to see this. That's not what I want to see. Or just we rebalance boom and we start going higher again. That's just, we're just in a range bound conditions. Or what do you think will happen? Because we've had this kind of bullish candle here. What I would like to see is maybe we get a rebalance, bearish close, manipulation again, and then some displacement lower, and then we take shorts. Very close to news though, but we'll see. Ooh. Ooh. We have had a pretty nice let me make sure I'm like, yeah, okay, good, cool. So we can go I'm not a fan of this, to be honest. I don't want to see that, like us just come low off as this candle. What I want to see is another manipulation here, then nice displacement. But again, beggars can't be choosers. You gotta work with what you're dealt. We did get that inverse on the 5. Yeah. Oh, our 50-minute wick as well, damn. Fairs. So we can go, we're just putting a high now. Or we could just start chopping about. Because of news. Oh, my neck, mate. Ooh, but we are coming lower. We have SMT again, though. Ew, I don't want to eat. I'll give this a little stab if we get a nice close here. See now, let's see if this plays. Let's see exactly what happens. I'm sure some people would take this entry right here. I would never take this, but I'm taking it because it's paper. Let's see if this would have run. And if it doesn't, then it's just more proof to me of why you should. Let me make sure I'm not logged in. Alright, cool. It's more proof to me as to why 10 PMI days are bonds. If it does run, then I don't care, honestly. But I'm sure some people would have taken this off of the change in state. Oh, we have an SMT, I didn't realize actually. But let's see. SMT right here again, which I did not notice. But again, we did disrespect this SMT here. This one. So I don't really think this next one will hold. Well, let's see. And we have 10 PMI as well. The reasons I wouldn't take a trade past 9:45 is because sometimes, or most of the time, we just tend to accumulate before news, for news to take out the draw. And I don't like waiting for chop. Also, because I don't like how we've just had this random up move. Yes, we have had this strong bearish displacement as well, but it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I mean, we did react off of these wicks here, which is not too bad. And we've had this 50-minute wick, which is good though. This is a good sign. But overall, just because it's 10 PMI, not the greatest day in my opinion. It's the first week of the month as well, which is usually lower probable. So yeah, that's the reason I wouldn't take anything. How long has this been going on? Wow, 21 minutes. But yeah, that's just the main reason I wouldn't take anything. As you can see, we're getting a failure to get displacement beneath this low right now, which already is not ideal. Let's just see if this runs or not. It's a paper anyway, so it doesn't matter. Wow, look at this displacement higher. Boom. And this is exactly why. I don't trade PMI days. Exactly why. I'm sure like some IFVG traders was like, oh, nice 5-minute inverse. Would have taken a short round here or something. I'm not sure how they really do it, to be honest. Boom, change the state, boom. Boom. And now look. I guess we are holding this second SMT again, which is already a low probable sign, mate. Just showing me it could be high resistance, etc, etc. Boom, boom, boom. Now, maybe we'll manipulate this high again and then come lower, or maybe we'll just completely go back into our ranging conditions. But I'm going to end the recording once this gets stopped up. So yeah. Imagine I was on my account and I didn't realize. That'd be very, very sad. Barking like you want it. And we even had this nice wick coming out of this this bearish gap as well, which is like, oh wow, it's pretty nice. But again, it wasn't valid simply because we have news in like 15. When did I enter? We have news in 13 minutes. Oh, come on, don't do that. Yeah, we're gonna rebalance and then come back. Just give it a second, mate. Down. See, like I just like proving to myself why I should not have traded. If that makes sense. Like it's such a nice feeling. But I don't think I would have taken this anyway, just because of like I said, we have news again for like the 5th time I've said that. But yeah, and it's too close to news, etc, etc. Blah 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 blah. Just a little prop, man. Just wait until the second week. Boom, stop that. That's the recording finished. How long has it been? 24 minutes. Alright, cool. Also, lastly, another thing I want to say quickly is I'm sure some people got stopped out, taking longs around here, just from this what do you call it, rebalance, or just from this 932 candle, targeting whichever high. Again, this was not valid in my opinion because of how overbought we are. You just want to see price manipulate again before we continue bullish. Yes, we're clearly bullish, but it doesn't mean we're going to continue trending bullish in that direction, because we more than likely are going to come low to rebalance or manipulate, etc., whatever. But yeah, let's post this now. Have a good day, guys. Boom, boom, boom.